So we're just gonna sit here in silence.
Oh, is it time?
There's no need to scream.
Oh, didn't realise I was
We're
screaming.
not that much of a pop star just yet.
Woo!
No, stop. I said we're not pop stars. Well, technically speaking, I said we're not even one pop star yet. So between us, we don't have enough staff potential to get half a crowd streaming. Screaming, not streaming.
Oh, right. Okay. Shall I just let this run while we... Oh, actually, we just had a job master. Just let people join us. I'll just sort out the jobs. Who mastered the job? Oh, it was me.
Well done, you.
I've done mining and building and gophering. So I don't think I've done research. No. So I shall become a research assistant because that will give me some learning skills.
I see you immediately jumped into the game without even mentioning anybody else who might be seeing you, ignoring them, like for example Bell also, or Potato.
Hello everybody! Hello my sexy shiny things. So hello Potato, hello Bell also. Who else have we got?
Me, at
Hello,
least I
yeah.
think. I was there somewhere at one point. Anyway, Potato just made himself a cup of morning breakfast black tea with a bit of French vanilla creamer.
Sounds nice, I think.
Then again, it is currently 1 in the afternoon for him, and Bill also would like to argue that it's not really morning anymore. Well, I usually like to always say it's always dawn somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I really like saying that. I feel like people don't give me that opportunity often enough. Well, they used to do it a lot more when I used to greet everyone with Guten Morgen. Unfortunately, that doesn't quite work anymore. Primarily because Sal tells me it's unprofessional to keep greeting everyone with good morning at any time of the day. Belos is asking if I read his comments on last week's Oxygen Not Included stream. I did not! I didn't know there were comments, but I can do it right now, live, on camera. Remind me to fix YouTube, by the way.
Okay. Shall do. Right. What I can do now is to dig out that bit.
Right, so no stop it is apparently my inner German shining through again. Which is something I apparently said in an Oxygen Not Included stream, presumably the last one. I can't tell from up here. Well, it is surprising, I suppose, that I do have a bit of German in me. Maybe even concerning.
Just need to keep an eye on these guys coming out the bathroom because I've got a feeling that someone's not going to wash their hands.
They're all not going to wash their hands. On a side note, say hello to the Spotted Cow,
Hello, Spotted Cow.
who wishes you a good mood.
A good mood to you too.
Thank you. Spotted Cow, are you still melting? It is almost reasonably cool here. Almost. Personally, I feel like we could still take about 10 degrees Celsius off. But, you know, that's just me. At least 10. Maybe 20. Maybe more. Also say hello to Tammy.
Hello, Tammy. Oh, people are unhappy about the storage. The Spotted Cow doesn't like that meal.
I don't know why, but the fact that you can see their breath at all times makes me think that it's really cool in there, and I'm slightly jealous of all of them.
Let's see. See, everyone's talking about the storage.
Obviously, you're doing something wrong. Maybe it's the fact that you have a predominant amount of storage everywhere.
Oops. Storage seems these ones are full. Those ones are a bit full. Maybe they're trying to tell me that my special storage is full.
Maybe they just choose a random object in the base to talk about, and since you have primarily just storage units, it's most likely to get picked as a conversation topic.
What's that? 5. Yeah, 5 will do. We'll put those there. Oh, right. So, have they finished wiring up
no.
this? What?
The spotted cat took a turn for the worse, I
Oh.
assume. It stopped melting and is now freezing into a calcicle.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the word cowsicle, but I thought it was a cow version of testicle.
No! No! No!
Just saying.
No! Stop.
All right. Oh, we got a bit of iron. Okay, let's connect that to that. We can now start pumping.
That's gonna be a mistake.
What is?
Your pump's not connected to anything yet.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
It is. It's
When did
piped
that
all the
happen?
way up here to here.
When did that happen?
They've just done it while we were saying hello to everybody.
Oh.
So we should now start seeing... Yep, here it comes. So what this is allowing is for all of this water here to drip down into here, and we're just pumping it up to the top for the moment. And then what I want them to do is to mop the remaining stuff.
Now, Bill also was trying to put effort into the conversation, but unfortunately I've decided to just derail that entire thing by returning to Potato's earlier question about being able to shapeshift. He said that it's entirely possible for me to, in theory, change colour, right?
Yeah, I seem to remember that was the thing.
Even though I'm not allowed to actually turn into any synthetic material, I just have to make sure that everything stays fleshy and bony and entirely organic. Oh, Belorsa's cursing me. Well, point of case being, can I have blue screen irises?
Can you have what?
You know, my eyes. Just
Oh,
glaze them
I see.
over with some sort of blue screen. Maybe not actually change the iris, just give me one extra pair of eyelids like cats have, and just print a blue screen on it. It'll make for a really fun conversation starter. Or rather, a conversation ender. I just blue screen if people talk to me. That sounded like a fun addition to my life. You have to take it slow with that shape-shifting stuff, otherwise I assume it's gonna be like drugs and you'll just keep on shape-shifting and turn into some weird monstrosity. Keep it subtle, but good. But also is asking, cats have multiple eyelids? What? No, it's not an eyelid. What do you call the second skin cats have under their eyelids that they shove in front of it?
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's called. Now, we're going to need another way down here, aren't we?
Anyway, out of courtesy, I should probably return to Belorsa's original question, especially seeing how Potato completely ignores my entirely valid concerns about blue screening myself. Belorsa is asking, at what point after the release of a novel, movie, etc., is it permissible to talk about spoilers, even in front of people who haven't watched or read it?
20 years?
So as soon as it enters the public domain? Well, no, hold on. Public domain laws changed. 20 years is no longer the time it takes for it to enter public domain. And as soon as it has entered public domain is my vote. Tammy,
Where
on
is
the
it?
other hand, likes to argue that when the person sticks their fingers in their ears and start making crazy noises and runs away, that's when...
the time to stop.
yeah, basically. How do you... Keep the phone back. Why are you now in the scientists club, along with me?
Because we're learning to learn.
Apparently I disagree. But rocks are alright. also is voting for 3 months after the release. I don't like that sentiment. It's similar to this weird internet insider joke culture that developed, where these weird jokes seem to rise up and die quicker and quicker. And if you apply that something similar to something like movies and allow spoilers to be freely talked about after just 3 months after the release, you run the risk of turning those into a very wastable commodity, in my opinion. You were about to say something before I interrupted you with my nonsensical philosophizing.
Well, 3 months after release, you'd have to think, is that 3 months after it's first released? And in which country? Because often countries have different release dates, don't they?
Obviously, I'd like to argue that it's very heavily dependent on your personal relation with the person you're talking to. If it's
no.
Oh yeah, well done, Sal.
No, don't go up there. That's bad. Did you see Sel just waving at me then? Oh, that was cute. There we go. Should be safe from doing ridiculous things now.
Oh, they'll find a way. But also confirms that he means, yes, 3 months after the first release.
But it wouldn't necessarily have finished its release everywhere by that point.
That's a valid concern. For example, Fallout 76 is not going to release on Steam, at least according to current beliefs, not initially. So all the PC gamers who would try to stick with the Steam client would miss out on whatever happens in Fallout 76 for at least half a year, maybe even more. Probably more. I don't remember how long it took them to move the Fallout Shelter game over to Steam. But again, I feel like it's heavily dependent on who you're trying to spoil this for. If it's like one of your mates, you're either more respectful because you appreciate them, or it's one of your best mates and you just want to torment them by giving away all the spoilers, which is what I do. I didn't even watch this silly, dumb Infinity Marvel movie. I just got some spoilers to torment friends with. Yes, it's concerning. I have friends outside of this room. Also, say hello to Alfie, who I didn't notice sneaking in.
Hi, Alfie!
Who says, so we vary from 3 months after release to public domain, 70 years after death of author or 95 years after first publication. That's quite a range.
Another NPC's done that.
Well, as soon as it enters public domain, you're free to argue that it's almost common knowledge. For example, Grimm's fairy tales. You can't really spoil those anymore.
True.
So at that point, it is entirely safe, in my opinion, to spoil things. Although, the question was, at what point does it become permissible, and not at what point does it become safe?
Right.
They'll also do exactly the same thing with exactly the same movie. I don't even care about their weird superhero movies. I just like to ruin fun.
Okay, right, I'm just doing a bit of planning here. So the idea is we're going to have polluted germy water here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pipe polluted germy water through a through a water sieve. We want that the other way around. And over the top.
Hold on. I thought we were going to introduce more algae terrariums. No?
Right. Yeah. Okay, so this is how it works. All right, I do need that there. So that will be a good place. So we've got polluted germy water. It's going to come through here and it'll come out as clean polluted water, which will then be dripped over the algae terrariums and into here. So this is going to be my clean polluted water area. Which will be an overflow for the algae terrariums. The algae terrariums should take a lot of that. The algae terrariums will then spit out non-germy polluted water, which we'll store elsewhere, like, you know, probably down here or something, which we can then refine again. Oh no, up here actually we'll put it. We can refine that again and tip it into here, and it'll be clean, ungermy water.
Right.
You follow that?
I do. Although I feel like since I'm not building it myself, I don't need to.
Okay, so gonna want to actually pump it out that side. Okay, you can carry on now.
Returning to the discussion about spoilers and when it's acceptable to release them, the Spotted Cow says that 1 year after the DVD and audiobook release, it's gonna be alright. I guess it's alright, but not quite safe yet. In that vein, Bell also said that, let's take something like the Harry Potter movies. Is Bell also still not allowed to tell people that Dobby dies? Technically speaking, no. You're not allowed to do that. Practically speaking, it's too late for that anyway now. Also, in this day and age, I feel like it's very hard to still find someone who hasn't heard of all the spoilers for Harry Potter yet. I mean, people literally printed them on their cars or something. I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. I just heard that something crazy happened with that. I don't know.
Do I want another ladder on this side?
Potato points out that there are no limitations to the shape-shifting thing, so Sal wants to be Smurfette and Mia wants to be a dragon. It's possible. Can I be a hydrogen bomb? I'm asking for a friend. I mean, you could probably make that out of almost entirely organic materials, right? I mean, you just need to shape-shift the reaction relevant components somewhere in your body, preferably in an excess tumor very far away from you. And there you go.
Oh, no.
That's gonna hurt, though. Alfie points out that Fallout Shelter was just over 2 years from first release to going to Steam. Ooh, I probably remember half a year wrong then. Time sure flies. Alfie complains about the fact that Bell also gave us some spoilers with Dobby dying in Harry Potter. Then spoilering even more by telling us that Dumbledore dies too. Tammy loves superhero movies, and she knows her friends are going to spoil the endings for her because they watch the movies on opening weekend while she waits a couple of weeks. Waiting a couple of weeks is really the more sensible thing to do. I don't know why people would want to share their first viewing experience of something like this with an entire theatre jam-packed full with easily excitable people that probably won't shut up throughout the whole thing. Also, it costs a whole lot. Tammy likes the revelation in the 6th Harry Potter book where it's revealed that Snape's mother is named Diana Prince. Also, according to Potato, I'm missing 5 miles of chat.
Oh, new friends. Who wanted to be a new friend?
Blood Elf Craggy wanted to be a new friend. Who says, how's everyone doing?
Hello! Hi, Blood Elf. Right, let's see if we've got anybody good. Flatulent, no. Biohazard, no. Bottomless stomach. Sorry, we're not accepting any of them.
It seems like we're only getting bad ones lately.
Well, we did get a straight run of pretty good ones.
Velocis asking,
food,
wouldn't
a
I
bit
rather be
low.
an oxygen bomb? I mean, I usually like to be different. I'd also like to have a particle accelerator in my nose to sneeze people away.
Okay, yeah, we need to make some mush fries for a bit.
But I'm pretty sure I can't accelerate particles that fast using just biological materials. Either that or I'm not imaginative enough. Then again, the flood from Halo does a lot with just, you know, organic material and then just seeping into technology. See, that's what I mean. Now that I'm speculating too much about this shape-shifting thing, I've already halfway turned into the flood from Halo, and that's not healthy. You don't even know what the flood is.
I've no idea. Okay, Cell has mastered the job he was doing, which was... Oh, Gopher. Okay, right, Cell, have you done research assistant? No.
Alfie can't remember the last time he went to the cinema. He usually waits for the movies he like to watch to come out on DVD and watch them over and over in the comfort of his own home.
I like going to the cinema, but I'm not an opening night person. I prefer it when it's been running for a few months and...
You basically
Yeah,
just get a
people-
really large living room to yourself
Yeah.
that you have to pay for some reason. Potato cheers at the idea of having more duplicate seltzer. Don't we need more energy, or rather less electricity on this grid if we're going to attach this second purifier thing?
No, it's fine. I do want to convert some more iron ore, though. Oh, another job mastered. Who's that? That is Spotted Cow. Okay, so Spotted Cow, I think, has been flying through the things. Yep, Spotted Cow's done that. Have you completed... You've done that, so it's on to groundskeeping now.
Apparently you need to punch the rock punching machine to punch it.
Yeah, look at Bernie go.
Concerning.
Let's make sure...
It also says that my snot alone should be fast enough already, coming out of my nose at roughly 100 kilometers per hour. It's just not massive enough or directed properly forward. Well, the idea is to have just a single particle being accelerated so fast that it can shoot through stuff without problem. You know, you can compensate for not having enough mass by just being quicker.
Just to be tidy, we'll take that up there.
Hold your... sorry.
It's okay, you can say hold your horses
I
here.
can't. I have to get rid of this habit.
No, you don't. I like your hold the horses.
Yes, but your co-worker said she doesn't like it, and of
Yeah,
course...
but she doesn't like anything.
I'm currently spending my life on a daily basis sitting next to her. I have to conform to her weird things.
No, of course you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do, otherwise she'll get upset and then she gets cranky, and as soon as she gets cranky, she probably turns into a very large baby and just starts crying at me.
Look, she will get cranky about anything.
That doesn't make it any better.
I think I'll start putting some...
Potato, I'm not going to hold these things. Please stop. I forgot what I was going to say when I started my sentence with keep the fern back. Ah!
Oops.
Lovely! I get to use the technical difficulty screen again. That is really loud. Luckily, you can't hear this anymore. I overhauled it a bit to make it more woo. Woo is an adjective now, believe me. It's like the old one, but more technically difficultied. Also, there's your train song in the background, but you probably already heard that. Also, say hello to Cell Technology.
Hey, Cell. Oh, I'm hoping that, because I had a Windows update last night, I'm hoping this isn't a Windows update thing.
Haha, it probably is.
I know, I am worried because it hasn't done an awful lot of crashing at all recently. You know, as long as I didn't put it through anything too taxing.
My vote is still on the fact that's the operating system. You should have stuck with Windows 7.
It was the operating system which was updated last night.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the operating system is a problem in general. What is this even? 8?
It's on 8.1. 7 was obsolete when I bought the computer. It wasn't an option.
I know. But 7 was great! Look at me, I barely crash ever. I also barely play anything.
Windows XP was pretty stable.
Yeah, I know, I'm just trying to say Windows 8 was a poor choice, and whatever Windows 10 is, I don't like.
At the time I bought it, Windows 8 was the only thing you could buy. You couldn't get older and you couldn't get newer.
Yarr, piracy is not something you should do, kids.
Windows 98, Windows 95. But it could be worse, it could be Windows Vista.
Alfie points out that you can still buy Windows 7. He just bought another copy recently for a new build. Potato's running Windows 10 and it's been pretty stable for him so far. Well, you're not doing a whole lot. You have your fancy schmancy PlayStation 4 that leaves you unaffected by this weird Bethesda decision to not bring Fallout 76 to Steam.
Oh, and Joshua's here.
Hello,
Joshua. So, did you know that our trams run on Windows Vista?
Well, that's okay. They're just trams. Worst case scenario, they'll just go rogue and kill a few people. Luckily, I avoid them wholeheartedly, despite working with them for some reason, and so I'm safe.
Oops, wrong game. Oops, that's right. Yeah, I'm not playing that, am I? Hang on, sorry, other game.
If you would have clicked on recent, I wish...
It still would have brought up Thea and I still would have clicked on it because it's become automatic.
Well, your most recent game was Oxygen Not Included. Still is.
No, the most recent game that Steam knows I've played is Thea.
No, you just played Oxygen Not Included.
So it thinks the last game I played was Thea.
Fair point.
Hospital 2.0. No, it's not available yet. That's my next addiction is Hospital 2.0.
Ooh. Train song. Be gone. What? Train song, be gone. Train song. It's gone now.
Okay, where did it go to? To here. Let's just check jobs. Was anybody on 99? Had anyone gone up? No, because I don't know when the autosave was.
I'm glad you finally crashed. I've had this new technical difficulty screen, well, not necessarily new, just a new version of an old thing, prepared for at least 2 weeks now, and I was waiting for my chance to use it, and here it was, and it was glorious. Speaking about things that are not glorious, I tried to discuss the difference between wunderbar and wonderful with my weird, crazy co-worker today. Despite speaking German, I think she hates me and Germany as a whole.
Right, Cell's mastered the gopher job again. Let's put
he's on a roll.
Yeah. So Cell was going to be a research assistant next. Time for new hats. Let's go to the hat machine.
Oh, everyone gets to be part of the scientists club now. Alfie started on Windows 3, not even the fancy Windows 3.1.
Did I make this? I'm not sure whether that was before or after the crash. It
Also-
must have been before.
Bell also was a bit concerned when you suggested that Windows 95 was the way to go. Bell also was serious about Windows 98 being pretty good, but he hopes that you were not serious about Windows 95 being a decent system.
No. I don't know. What was Windows 3.1 maybe?
Alfie comes to your defense and says that Windows 95 was amazing coming from Windows 3.1. 98 was also a major improvement, but the ME version was a disaster.
Right, Spotted Cow. Oh, you haven't done grounds.
Cell Technology is happy with its double mastery, seeing how it is twice as good as a regular mastery.
Oh, here we go. Groundskeeper Spotted Cow.
Bill also agrees with Alfie. So, there we go, we fixed it. Potato would like Sal to read this.
Hang on a second.
It's alright, take your time. She's reading it, but very quietly. I hope you're right happy.
I can't read that from here and look at the microphone. I don't get it. You aren't getting big...
I think it's trying to emulate someone speaking Scottish. Unfortunately, I can't do that. There's too many curse words in there.
Alright, what's everybody up to? Nobody idle? No, good. People cooking? Yep, good.
Joshua Buck has a question for you, Sal.
Yeah.
Is the amount of sound that Mir's collecting starting to corrode the PC?
Oh, do you know, I never thought about that. That could be it.
I don't store it inside the PC. I've got a perfectly adequate salt shaker in the kitchen in my organized spice rack.
Right, let's knock that down to
Which
zero.
reminds me, we recently ran out of coriander again.
Oh.
It's weird.
Wasn't it coriander that you bought a lot of because you thought it was oregano at first?
No, I thought it was nutmeg. I couldn't remember what nutmeg was in English. And I kept thinking, yeah, coriander sounds right. So I kept buying coriander. And then I realized, no, that's not it. That doesn't taste right. And then about 3 weeks later, I bought another one. Again, thought nutmeg. I need some of that. Surely it's called coriander in English. And I bought it again. Well, luckily I eventually used it all up. And I've been on a bit of a coriander spree recently. It goes very nicely with a few dishes. And I keep running out of it again.
No.
Potato wants to know if the spice rack rotates. No, it does not. Why would you want to have a rotating spice rack? Are you insane? That seems hardly organized at all.
So what we want to do now is... right, so this is all being built so that we can get a bathroom built. That's the whole point of this. So I'm going to want to put the plumbing down here.
What?
I really
At what
need to get
point did
more
I call coriander Hitler? Did I say Hitler when I was talking about coriander? Or nutmeg? Does Hitler sound like coriander or the other way around?
Honestly can't say I was listening that closely.
Oh, you don't even care about my wonderful anecdotes about coriander.
I do. It's just that, you know, just sort of concentrating a bit sometimes.
A fair point. Tammy is confused how I got coriander and nutmeg mixed up. I was aware of the German term for nutmeg, and I thought I needed to find the English version, but I was too cool and too proud to use a dictionary, so I just kept assuming, yeah, nutmeg, that translates to coriander.
All right, I'll go with. I don't want to use up too much of my copper. That's why I was searching for.
Oh. Velosa is giving me some salt to reveal I have now collected 421 grams of salt, and now he wants to know if my salt shaker can hold almost half a kilo of salt. Yeah, okay, fair point, it does not.
So, what do we need for a washroom? Flush toilet and plumbed wash station.
Potato, not
Yep.
Tammy heard me say Hitler. Also, Belosa denies it, so does Blood Elf. I guess Sal must have misheard me. Or maybe those are some secret government messages hidden in my weird ramblings, obviously. Tammy is very quick to accept my reasoning for how I got coriander and nutmeg mixed up. Tammy has a rotating spice rack, by the way.
Ah.
I don't like them.
I did have once. I don't know what happened to it. Or maybe it was in a house I used to rent or something.
I don't like it when my spice rack can rotate or move in general.
Me, you just threw a cup over your shoulder.
Yes, so does everyone else. You don't provide any bins because you're worried that they might explode.
Does this look like a train station?
It's not just about train stations. You have bins almost nowhere because of terrorism threats, which I suppose is a reasonable thing, but still, I liked having bins around so I wouldn't have to carry my, trash around with me at all times. At least I went ahead and looked for a bin to toss it away. These days, I just need to keep my fiddled stick of paper with me until I get back to use a bin here. Luckily, terrorists haven't targeted these bins yet. Keyword is yet.
I think I'm going to put the bathroom here, because it's been alright there. It hasn't suffocated anybody.
Oh, Potato's confused about the structure in the bottom right corner of the screen, and he's wondering if you built that.
Oh no, that's one of the...
Dungeons.
One of the pre-built... Yeah. We will get into there eventually. Oh, in fact, there's some iron there, so I might make it a bit sooner. Oh, mind you, it's full of hydrogen. So
we don't have to get everything. How is the germ count down there?
It should be fine. Germs can't live in hydrogen.
Oh,
yeah, so it's
nice.
all fine down here. So I could come down and just mine this little bit of iron here. But yeah, this is a neural vacillator. And what we would do is we put somebody in there and it does things to their brains. We don't know what. It would be experimental.
The spotted cow is
so
asking, what is the German word for nutmeg? Muskatnuss. Obviously, you can see how that definitely sounds a whole lot like coriander. I admit, sometimes I just can't see the forest due to all the trees around me. Something like that happened to me today. In the office, they're using some weird cleaning detergent on the desks that kind of sticks to everything. It's a bit gross. So I make it a habit of occasionally just going to the bathroom, washing my hands. And for some reason, I must have been really absent-minded while doing that today, because after washing my hands, I went ahead and tried to turn off the tap again, and I tried to grab into the mirror.
Okay,
I don't know how this happened.
Mia, you have mastered the gopher.
Thank you.
You have mastered the research assistant. So you are going to become a groundskeeper.
Oh, no. You're turning me into a commoner like all the others.
You get a blue hat.
Sound Technology says rotary spice action
Which
sure is an
goes
interesting thing.
Wonderful with your hair.
And Tammy says that it's okay, some people like rotating spice racks and some don't.
Yeah, each to their own.
Cell Technology wants to know how fast does it rotate? And Tammy says that it depends on how hard the cat hits it to see it go around.
Oh, I can just imagine that.
Potato's suggesting that you set up an airlock with an air filter for the hydrogen area. Bell also would like to know what the techie stuff at the bottom right of the base is, but I guess you just explained that.
The neuro vacillator.
Oscillator.
We're going to break in there and do things with people's brains.
Cell Technology calls it a neural oscillator.
A neural vacillator.
Oscillator.
Vacillator.
A selinator.
But yeah, we'll just get to the point where when we need to, we can cope with this hydrogen before a break in there.
Spotted Cow says, Sal, I think you need to get them being the office facility management, to change the cleaning stuff. It's breaking your mirror.
Yeah.
And that would have been a great moment to use my blue screen eyes.
Oh yeah, need to dig this out for it to work.
What? I don't get it. Potato posts a picture of a woman wearing a spice rack. And it says it's the spice rack, and then the woman's laughing. Also, the guy in the picture is also wearing a spice rack around his arm. I don't get it.
We're happy with the food. Wouldn't get too used to it. As soon as we get some mealwood, we're going back to Grizzly.
Bell also is asking if you could elaborate on the vacillator again.
Okay, so the vacillator adds a trait to our character. We've got enough charge in this, so this is a pre-built dungeon. And there'll be enough charge here in that battery to do something to one of our dupes. So we will be looking for volunteers to jump in there. And what we have to do is to weigh down these 3 plates, get somebody to sit in that seat, and yeah, that brain in there, we will transfer the knowledge of that brain into into the person sat in that chair.
That's an unreasonably sized brain in comparison to the heads of those people around here.
So you're talking, good traits or a strong traits. There's no guarantee there'll be good traits.
I don't think I like that weird spice rack joke anymore.
So moving this ration box down here because I want to keep it in the carbon dioxide, and I'm going to turn this into our bathroom.
The Spotted Cow is volunteering as tribute for brain surgery with spoons. Spoons?
Spoons.
Spoons. I don't remember sticking spoons into anybody. Cell Technology is also volunteering, and the Bernie Memorial is now screaming, I volunteer as tribute. And Cell Technology just wants to oscillate.
Well, we can only get one, so we'll have to go with whoever it was who said first.
Well, how about each one of them argues their case why they deserve to touch the big space brain? Let's go in order. Spotted Cow, why do you deserve to touch the big space brain? It's okay, take your time. The longer you take, the more points will get deducted from your score, though. You look really unamused while cleaning stuff.
Right, I'm going to have to put that compass somewhere for a while.
Blood Elf Craggy would also volunteer if he were born yet.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming up to nearly the next person.
Aha! So the spotted cow volunteers because it has a big head but a small brain.
Oh, that's a strong argument.
But also, on the other hand, argues that he deserves it because he might actually make him... because this thing might actually make him into a decent citizen instead of the depraved soul he is right now. I don't think no matter how large the space brain is, it won't save you from not washing your hands after going to the bathroom. Sound technology says, the bigger the brain, the better the gain. Potato says that he doesn't need the space brain, he's born to be an artist, so he doesn't need to be smart.
Oh, somebody else has mastered the job.
Oh, the spotted...
Oh, Bernie. Now, wasn't it Bernie who was going to be the rancher? Let's just
yeah.
check. Yes. So at long last, we can put Bernie up to being a rancher.
Does someone who tends to the ranch need a big brain? The spotted cow likes to argue that...
we haven't seen a rancher's hat yet.
Oh, yeah. Slow it down! Why did I see that coming? That is such a typical rancher's hat. Well, what is he doing?
He's getting this hatch there.
There was a hatch there?
Yeah, in that pile of muck.
Was there
It's
always
a hatch
there?
buried. So this is the stable here. Okay, so what I want to do now is to just tone down the farming. Who is our other farmer? Is it Spotted Cow? Yeah, it is. So I'm going to tone down Spotted Cow's digging. So Spotted Cow concentrates more on farming.
Belle also absolutely loves that hat.
That's good, because you're going to be wearing that hat for quite some time. Right, have we finished clearing out? We have. Okay, so gonna want doors and... Oh, it's under medical, isn't it?
Potato wants to know if he can start doing level 2 art stuff now.
Not sure.
Ooh, those are some fancy wash basins.
Yeah, we're going up in the world.
Only 2 toilets.
For the moment. Now the...
Well, if we're planning on expanding, shouldn't we leave some space for another wash basin?
Yeah, we'll have another...
Another set of...
Oh, hang on.
Yes.
Yeah. I can fit... I was just thinking, have I made enough room? But I have, yes. Now, I'm gonna have to take this out of here, though. And that out of there. Because I am going to need to block this off so that people can't just run in and then run out that way and down there for whatever reason they might choose to do. The next door over will be going here. Like so. Oh, new friends. Let's see if we've got anybody good.
Ah, midnight friends.
Indeed. Noodle arms, loud sleeper. Gastrophobia. Doesn't cook, that's fine. Oh, okay. We've finally got someone. Building, digging. Yeah, it's not bad. Starts with strength and learning. Can do pretty much anything.
I do believe we have a blood elf now.
I do. Blood elf is an early bird, so we're going to have to put him on an early schedule. Okay. Would we prefer blood elf or would we prefer craggy? Or to be more specific, would blood elf craggy prefer blood elf or craggy?
She's asking how do you spell your name?
Which would you prefer?
Blood Elf Craggy is awful at cooking anyway.
Cool.
And Cell Technology says that sure is a good dupe.
Craggy. Like so. Yay!
And luckily, Craggy's also already up early.
Well, no, it's very late actually.
No, it's very early now. Oh no! How dare you be tired after being just born?
It's bedtime for him on the schedule, on the default schedule. So just let him get to bed and then we'll set the schedule.
I wish I could get tired like this immediately.
Oh, I do. Okay, so...
Ooh, potato, shape-shifting. Is there something I can shape-shift to immediately become tired, to turn it into a switch?
Right, gonna put Craggy on this schedule because it's our earliest so far. So we'll move Potato to the 1 hour later shift.
Congratulations,
we'll
Potato. You've been fitted closer to your actual sleeping schedule.
And there we go. Now, Craggy, we need some priorities for you. Let's see. So you're not a particular specialist in anything, you're just generally good at everything. And other than cooking, there's nothing you can't do. And I think I'll leave you like that. We'll just have you... You're good at supplying, that's because you've got good athletic skill. I might actually just give you a little boost to supply, because we haven't got anyone running supply. Now, jobs. You're very interested in doing building and digging, so we'll start you up there. Because you learn faster the skills that you are interested in. Cool.
They'll also like to point out that the duplicants you get offered all the time aren't horrible. You're just one hell of a picky person.
Oh yeah, totally. It's because we're at that dangerous stage in Oxygen Not Included where it's very easy to build your base too fast. A little earlier on, until you get to about 5 or 6, you desperately need to bring more people in. But then as soon as you get to 5 or 6, if you bring in people too quickly, then you won't be able to provide the resources unless they are actually pretty good. So if you get someone who's flatulent, then they'll fill your base full of gas faster than you can deal with it at this stage. A bit later on it won't be a problem.
We almost missed the hat.
Oh yeah.
It's too late.
I forgot, and I was just wondering why I had it on slow as well. Right, someone's got... Oh, it's Craggy who's got a bit of stress.
Apparently Bill also wanted to insist on him and his rhyme, where he said, the duplicants you get offered aren't horrible, you're just one hell of a picky gal, Sal. I didn't like how it rhymed, which is why I changed it, but alright, there you go, are you happy now? And Potatoes, sure, I could burn all my energy shape-shifting a bunch. Oh, suddenly there's another restriction on this that I wasn't aware of. Now I need to, you know, use energy to shape-shift? Does it mean I need a Snickers every time I want to blue screen?
Okay, right, we need to disconnect the liquid pipes. And we need to disconnect them. Here will do.
Why?
Need to make sure that we don't pump the polluted, sorry, the germy clean water into the clean water supply.
Oh.
Oops, somebody's idle. I'll just switch that off while we while I plumb this all up. Okay, so we're going to bring the polluted water out. And so the polluted water is we're gonna want that to come down to this point here. I'm gonna want to jump over there. Can I put a liquid bridge on a ladder? I'm not sure I can. Yes, I can. Okay. So we'll have that coming in this way. I'd like to run that up here to there.
Right.
Okay, so that's going to bring our polluted water down into... So a polluted German water will all pump out into here. So now we want to get clean water in. And it doesn't matter if it's polluted clean water. So we can bring this polluted clean water into here. Don't know if it'll like that at all. Might find that it's it doesn't know which way it's supposed to go.
Stop.
What?
The stuff that comes out of the purifier, wouldn't you run the risk of that running upstairs into the non-germy water basin up there?
No. So it doesn't matter if we put germy water in here. And it doesn't matter if we put germy water in here or in here, as long as it doesn't connect to this pipe.
Aren't we going to reconnect this pipe?
No.
What are we doing about this pipe?
That pipe was just a temporary pipe to get the clean water up here.
Oh.
We do actually need to start thinking about getting some more clean water. This is all clean water down here. So... And in the meantime, I'm also gonna use this to prime the system. So we'll put all of our polluted water in there for the moment. Even though it's clean, it's not germy. We'll actually start generating more and more water just by using the toilet. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure that this... Because we've got 2 inputs. And I'm not sure it's going to like that. But... Might have to fiddle with the pipes, but I'll leave it for the moment. Meantime... We're going to have to dig this out so that we can get some more fresh water. Oh, bless, look.
Yeah, but also it's just going around the base, tying up all the hatches and not taking them anywhere.
Oh, have I given him a drop-off point for it? Oh yeah, look, see, he's getting them there. He's just running around capturing them first.
Can he capture this light bug thing?
Yes. No, actually, you can't wrangle those, but we can build attractors for them. And they're attracted to light, so if you put a light up, then it would fly towards the light. I'm going to switch this one to... no, I can't switch it to water bottle because it'd just take it from there. Yeah, I've got no way of telling this that this is not the one it's allowed to water bottle. Do we have we had a harvest of meal lice in? Let's take that off. I think we might have. Which means, because meal lice don't, the pickled meal lice doesn't take any water.
Anyway, I realise I've been somewhat ignoring chat for a moment there by just engrossedly staring at your piping. Sound Technology was suggesting to resolve my tiredness issue, I could just shapeshift into energy, then energy shift into shape. And Potato says, well, I'm changing my anatomy on a molecular scale, so it's bound to take some work, but energy usage would be based on complexity and how often you change. So changing eye color would cost little for you, but changing into the Hulk would cost a lot. I wouldn't want to be the Hulk, to be honest.
Oh, right.
Also, they also posted a fridge that people would probably enjoy if they're gamers.
I want a fridge that looks like that.
The fridge we have is perfectly adequate. You don't need this fridge.
Freeze boy.
If Potato could play Tetris on the fridge, he'd want it. What do you want with a fridge? You already probably have a perfectly adequate fridge called All of Canada. Oh no, never mind. Canada's currently on fire too. Almost looks like when we had a more fire recently. Potato sent pictures. I don't feel comfortable sleeping so late in the day.
Oh, look.
What's this?
Can we make barbecue? Not yet, we can't. Let's make sure that we can store that meat down here.
Potato complains about the size of his fridge. Well, alright, fine, go get the Tetris fridge. Sorry, the freezer boy. The freeze boy.
I think for the moment we shall not use any eggs. Oh, hang on. How many hatches have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have we got any more? Because I want to keep it at about 7.
Sal says the larger your fridge, the better you're a fridge.
One there. Oh, people are idle. So that
Shouldn't
would
Bill also be
6.
doing that wrangling automatically?
Only if I tell him to wrangle something. He won't. He won't wrangle something that he hasn't been instructed to wrangle, which is a good thing. Okay, right. So, do we or don't we cook eggs? No, I don't think we do for the moment. So I'm going to take hatchling eggs off there. And then that way the hatchling eggs will be left where they are to hatch by themselves. Okay, we're getting... So we've got a supply of clean water again. We're getting polluted water put in here. Right, time to start that pumping then.
To egg or not to egg is Potato's philosophical question for the day.
Right, let's check, see what this water's doing. We've got idle people, I just need to take care of the idle people as well. Alright, so that's going through. Yeah, just not sure yet quite what's going to happen with this, whether it's going to know what it's doing or whether it's just going to bounce.
Well, we'll see in a moment.
Indeed. Want to keep that on priority. Right, you people who are doing nothing, go put some floor in there so that it does become a bathroom. Gonna need to take that out. And then everybody else who's got nothing to do, we could do with digging out a bit more of this.
They won't be able to reach that high, wouldn't it be? Oh, never mind.
Not there. Okay. Right.
Ew.
So it's coming out of there fine.
Why are people always stepping through this here?
Yeah, okay, so we've got a problem there. So what I'm going to do is to take out that bit of pipe there. And then we shall reconnect it just underneath like that.
Well, that's going to be looking ugly, but alright.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a route that they use that often.
Well, at the moment, it seems to be the prime route people are using for some reason. At least I keep seeing people walk through. Of course,
yeah,
not
actually,
now when
'cause
I'm
they're
talking
having
about
to-
it, but...
Actually, you're not wrong, because they're going to have to come across here quite a lot to keep these bottles empty. So I might be better. Instead of putting it up there, I could run it instead through the floor. Which isn't much better, but it's probably a bit better.
Oh, I guess.
Okay,
You can uncancel the one that connects to the toilet up there now.
you're right, I can.
I didn't expect this water down here to be cold. Or at least too cold. We just had polluted water spill over in the other tank.
Ooh. No, that'll be clean water. It's because they've just undone this pipe.
No, it says polluted water. Go out of the view. Oh, hold on.
No, the clean water's gone into the polluted water tank, which is
Right.
fine. I wanted a
Wrong
little
way around.
Yeah, I wanted a little layer of clean water on top anyway, because it helps to keep the polluted gas down. So that saved me a job. We'll just mop that up so they're not running through it.
It's hard to tell which water tank is what if everything's grey.
Yeah, indeed. Right, just going back to the water so we can see how it's going.
So, Potato has another question. If either of us could give ourselves one skill we currently don't have or aren't good at, what skill would we... What?
Because the water's so low, it's sucking up the clean water, which means it's going to damage the thing. Oh, balls.
no.
Never mind.
Potato's asking if we could give ourselves one skill that we don't have yet or aren't good at. What skill would we give ourselves if we could?
The ability to teleport.
I'm not sure if this counts as a skill. This sounds more like a superpower. Also, we already discussed the negative connotations of that. You just teleport into walls and explode everything. And we agreed that this is more of a spotted cow thing. Silly question. Would a door down where the pipe currently releases all the water fix this overspilling issue into the other tank?
Oh, we won't get this problem once... that was only because I took apart the pipes. It was the water that came out of the pipes that I deconstructed.
I'm pretty sure it's the weird thing, overspilling occasionally.
This one?
Yeah.
I don't believe so, but I'll keep my eye on it.
I thought I saw it overspill. Yeah, Potato says he's talking about realistic skills.
It would be one of 3 things, and I'd have to think carefully about which one I wanted. I've got 3
I get
particular
advanced
weaknesses.
mathematics.
I've got advanced mathematics. What I would really like is the ability to do mental arithmetic.
I don't need mental
Can't
arithmetic.
do mental arithmetic.
If I had advanced mathematics, I could teach maths on a high school level.
I would also like to be able to play a musical instrument. That's something that I've attempted to learn and never been able to.
I already have a musical instrument skill, so I don't need that. It's like we do have the skills each of us need.
Yeah,
We just
between
need
us.
to transfer them. So I
because
give you my piano skills, and would you like to be able to play the recorder?
Sure, anything really. And the other thing I'd
Nobody
like to
likes
do is
being able to
to be
play the
able to
recorder.
learn a foreign language.
Oh, I taught you German.
Yeah, but you've seen how good my learning
Schlag
foreign language
mich
skills-
Christus! That's all you really needed to know, Mike.
Oh, Bernie's not happy
I knew it.
because being
Now
a
that he's-
rancher is... Yeah, he expects more from life.
He's too good for us now. We have to turn him back into soup.
We'll have to keep an eye on him. Who just went up? Oh, Potato. Right, so Potato, have you done the basics? Have you been a gopher? Yes. And I know you've been a research assistant because you were our first researcher. Yes. And you've just finished being a groundskeeper. You've already done art student.
Obviously.
So now, it would be quite handy if we had a plumber, especially now that...
Well, it's
So-
not flipping burgers, it's unclogging toilets.
No. The plumber is the person who can empty the pipes of water before I deconstruct them.
Sure.
And once you've got that skill, you can always use it, even if it's not your current job. So once you're fully trained, you will always be a pipe emptier. And we do need someone who can empty pipes, ideally more than just one person. So, and there's only Potato who can do that job at the moment. Nobody else can do it. Because you have to be a qualified groundskeeper first. Let's have a look what the plumber's hat looks like. I mean, that does put him above the rest of us. Oh, I should put it on slow so we can see.
Oh.
It's a fancier blue hat.
It's almost the same hat. I'm pretty sure it is the same hat.
I guess it's
Potato's crying. He wanted to be artist's A1, please.
like you've already mastered art.
He wanted to go back.
Well, Mia, stop complaining about it. Just like mop it up.
I am supposed to be cooking, not down here in the potato plumbing area.
And Craigie, stop moaning about it. Get it mopped up.
Cell Technology said that the best skills are unrealistic skills. Also, he wants me to give my piano to Sal. I don't have my piano with me. I thought it would be a bit cumbersome to bring the entire thing
Yeah.
over. Especially seeing how at the time it wasn't a piano anymore, it was an organ. Not a throbbing one. If your organ throbs, that's usually a bad sign. And Bell also says, it was this moment that Sal and Mia realized that they complete each other. No, we don't complete each other. We just have the skills the other one wants to have. And the other way around. So it's more like a disappointment because they get to keep all my hopes and dreams of being a high school level maths teacher. If I had maths, I could get physics, and if I had physics, I
I've
could
got
get a job
physics.
anywhere I'd want. But mathematics still eludes me, and it bugs me so much.
It's probably just because you've not had a good teacher.
I know. The last maths teacher I had told me that I sounded like an airplane stewardess while trying to solve math problems.
That doesn't sound very encouraging.
Apparently it was very funny because everyone laughed, including him. Anyway, Potato would like to be able to play his guitar, so that's the skill he wants. Well, if you can just cheat your skill to you magically, are you sure you want to go with something so quote-unquote simple as being able to play a musical instrument? Wouldn't something that fundamentally eludes you more be the more optimal choice? Like, for example, you could give yourself perfect Asian language skills. An inherent understanding for different languages, that's a skill. And you'd get it without any work. While the guitar, sure, is some work that you'd need to do, but it's less work than any of the other skills.
Alright. So suddenly everybody's very busy. Everybody's too busy to mop the floor.
Did I already mention that Cell Technology was suggesting Potato is now unplugging burgers? If we have burgers stuck in the pipes, then we have a serious problem. Oh no, hold on. If we have burgers stuck in the pipes, that means it's my fault.
Did you read about the Fatberg in London?
Fatberg. What the hell is the Fatberg?
Well, the sewer
Hold on, let
system?
me guess. It's like the German version of a castle fortress filled with lard.
Let's see what everybody thinks of the place. So
a bit
wondering
wet.
about all the water. Somebody likes it.
Is the drink dispenser responsible for all the water around here? Oh look, we're like a little groundskeeper gang. Yeah, just ignore me, Sal, thanks. I was trying to start a conversation here, but you're just staring at me.
Oh, new friends. Oh no, we can't take new friends. We've got no more beds. Let's just check that there's nobody wonderful. Small bladder isn't bad. Small bladder really bad. Yeah,
we would need a Ralph soon. We don't have the beds.
Well, do you know what? I'm tempted to keep them. Because with 5 learning, they'll pick up skills really fast. A small bladder means that they'll go to the toilet more often and they'll produce water.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a fitting role for Ralph, I guess.
So, I'll maybe just store that duplicate there. We need a second bedroom first, though.
Cell Technology points out that there are only so many hats. Well, people are not wearing enough hats. Also, matter is energy. And that's the reason of life. Anyway, moving on. Potato realizes that he mastered the art student skill, and consequently he obviously finished your little fundies program, Art Fundamentals. I don't like how you abbreviate that to fundies. It sounds weird. Almost borderline inappropriate. Cell Technology likes to argue that there is a lot of organs that do throb, and that is perfectly normal. Well, none of the organs I'd like to use throb, or should be throbbing. If they do, it sounds like a catastrophic failure, or an earthquake. Which is, I guess, a catastrophic failure. And Potato is wondering that if they'll maybe ever make a skill transfer machine in real life one day. Think of
Alright.
Praise Transtar Neuromods. That would be lovely, despite the fact that you have to stab yourself in the eye to learn something.
So I think we are going to switch on the proper bathroom now.
We are?
We are.
What? How did we turn it off? When did we turn it off?
Well, I didn't switch on the pump.
Oh.
So, let's see. Oh yeah, it's all wired up now. We have enough. Oh, so it already must have hit the limit actually. Yep. So now that the proper bathroom is all plumbed in, it's time to deactivate.
Shouldn't we keep at least one redundancy toilet just in case the others break apart?
Well, I'm going to disable them. So they're still there.
Oh, it's like an old abandoned bathroom.
Yeah.
Should we close this door? Why are people hanging out there now? Like
Because
this is
I
a new
haven't
communal
given them
room.
anything to do.
What did you mean? We have a drink dispenser upstairs. Can we hang out there, please?
Right. So I need to figure out. Right, what is it we're doing next? I forgot. I've been focused for so long on getting the
There was
bathroom
metal
in.
down at the bottom right corner that you wanted to reach soon.
Yes, might go exploring actually. I do need a proper power room. That could be the next thing that we do. Yeah, because we've got the farms going. We've got mess tables. We've got massage tables. Did I put in a med bay? I know we had one at least temporarily.
We did? I don't remember having a temporary med bay. You must
Oh,
have
I was going
dreamed
to
that.
build one, wasn't I, after we all got hypothermia at the start.
Oh, yes. And then you ditched
I
that.
don't think I
And
did
maybe it
one
was on the
that's hatched
topmost
there.
floor?
Was
it on the topmost floor?
Might
No.
have been. I might have shifted it. Right, well, what we do need to do is to put in somewhere where we can put our clean, polluted water.
I appreciate that I'm
non-germy
upstairs with the
water.
clean water while you're all downstairs in the abandoned, condemned bathroom.
So I need a tank for that. Can't dig this yet, so that will be in a way I could build it here. Let's just check the temperatures up there. So it doesn't have to be huge, it just needs a drop-off point. It's getting awfully hot up there. I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, the germs actually have all cleared from there. So, yeah, but this is going to be a problem as well. No. So if I was to build... I haven't got much room here to build a tank. So we need a tank and another
We
water
seem to be
sieve.
having the majority of water on the right-hand side. Would it be sensible to move the water tank to the right?
Well, this is where you're using it. It's the
Well,
only
we
thing
can
it-
shift the kitchen over too.
This is where we've got our massage room.
Oh, the massage room at the moment is one table and one picture. We can easily shift that over to the
I was
left.
thinking about making like part of this into the second bedroom though.
Oh, okay. I mean,
But-
fair point.
This system here won't expand. This is a closed system. So I'm not expecting that to grow anymore. If it grows beyond this size here, then we'll be into a much, much bigger base much later on. So well, it's a thing that needs doing. And I could do with. I suppose we don't need to do it straight away because I've got all this water down here, so there's no rush for it. So I could just get on with a power room. And I
Yeah,
wanted
but you don't want to build the power room and then realise, oh no, I'm out of water.
Well, the water will last a good long while.
I admire your optimism.
Well, I can see
We're
how much
7
is there.
people. Sorry, we're 8 people.
8 people.
Now.
I get a lot of iron if I came over here.
Yeah, but you need to deal with the gases.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind a little bit of chlorine getting into the base, because as long as it's only a little bit of chlorine, it'll provide a way. If we get a bit of slime lung, then we can pump the chlorine around the base a little bit to kill the germs. We can take the germy stuff down into a chlorine layer and run people through it. It'll help to cure slime lung. Obviously they can't breathe it, but it's no more deadly to them than carbon dioxide. It's not high pressure. Like, it's higher pressure in here, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about it. Can't come down here.
Again, wasn't there a large metal deposit on the right-hand side of the base that we wanted to look at?
No, there's a huge deposit here.
I mean the other side.
Yeah, there was a little deposit down here that we could go get. We could go do the neural vacillator. What's the... Yeah, because that is really low pressure, so as long as we come in from the bottom, we shouldn't have problems with hydrogen escaping. We can do that. Do we want to do that?
I'd like to argue we want to do that, yes.
Okay, we'll do that. And then I'll go build my power room. Okay, so in that case, I want to bring that down to there. And then I'm going to want an insulated tile. I think this was the correct level for the bottom. Yes, it was.
The spotted cow says, move, fix my brain. You can't fix what isn't there.
Oh, meow. That's a bit of a burn.
Well, no, the spotted cow earlier on said that it's the perfect candidate for this space brain thing because it's got loads of room for brains in its head.
Oh, true, true.
Then again, Blood Elf Craggy likes to believe that his pristine new brain is about to be tested on. Did Blood Elf Craggy ever give a good reason for why he would deserve? Oh yeah, he did. Hold on, let me scroll back up.
I think it was Spotted Cow though who was first to say.
I do remember the spotted cow being first, yes. Can't find it, but I think it was something along the lines of, well, since Blood Elf Craggy is such a new duplicant, you wouldn't lose a whole lot if something goes wrong. If you test the brain on him.
Tell you what, while there's people idle, we can also get some research going. If we go for agriculture, that would be no bad thing. Although,
fossil fuels would help you with your power room.
Well, not so much thinking about natural gas at the moment because we don't have any flatulent dupes to worry about.
Well, you could go into medical research and build a proper med bay.
We are going to need advanced power. We're going to need heavy wire and the transformers. Where's the big transformer these days? So that's the small power transformer.
Is it under low resistance conductors? I can't tell from over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to want those two. Right, we'll get them too.
Who is the actual science person at the moment?
Still Potato, I think.
But I thought he's the plumber now.
No, he's learning how to be a plumber, not necessarily whilst doing any plumbing.
Concerning, but alright. Potato, speaking of him, wants to know, are the animals in the aggressive or passive?
They're passive.
Really? They look so aggressive.
As long as you don't attack them. If you attack them, they can be very aggressive.
Yeah, but most things usually behave like this. Anyway, Cell Technology unfortunately has to leave us now.
Oh well.
Farewell.
Bye for now.
See you
soon.
In a different life. Haven't talked about the fact that I looked at some of the Star Trek Bridge Crew The Next Generation DLC is being played, and I have to admit that I absolutely adore what they did with that, and I desperately would like to play it myself. Hold on, I think I already mentioned that.
I don't remember you talking about it.
The only problem with the game is its inherent insistence on us using the in-game voice system, which kinda messes with our recording setup.
Food shortage, hang on. Okay, back to the...
We still have 7,000 calories.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long though.
Right.
Not an omelette, mush fries.
Does it mean I can return to cooking finally?
Yeah.
Oh, thank heavens.
I would like to make sure that... Uh-oh! Okay, everybody desperately needs the bathroom. What's wrong with the bathroom?
Did you actually set the room to be a bathroom? Do you need to manually set this as a bathroom? I feel like you haven't done that.
No, they should just be able to use the toilet. It's not pumping. Why are you not pumping?
Does it need power?
No.
Maybe it needs power now.
Pipe's blocked.
Pipes blocked by what?
Not sure. I'm wondering whether it's because of the way we had it connected up before. Maybe that's... Maybe I need to disconnect this and reconnect it again, because this should be fine. There shouldn't be a problem with this. But for some reason, the water's just not getting in there. Yeah.
Well, if it's not getting in, would it rather say the pipe's disconnected rather than blocked?
No, it says there the pipe's blocked, and here it says it's not pumping. Oh no, this is what I've done. The pipe's upside down. Connector's the wrong way up, so they can't flush it.
Oh no, can we quickly turn that around?
We can if we put an emergency schedule in. Add new schedule, which is all work.
You should name it emergency schedule.
I should.
I mean, it's obvious from being entirely orange, but still. I like having the idea of having an emergency schedule.
Okay, so on emergency. Don't need everybody. I could just put us two on
but
there
we're
for
all
now.
we're all currently having a bit of a...
Only one of us can work on it at once, two at most, because one can supply and the other can build. So, right, plumbing.
Potato's suggesting that we quickly turn on the old toilets while we resolve this problem.
Yeah, actually, that's probably a good idea too. Okay, right, let's enable. Even though this does mean that somebody is gonna not wash their hands. Okay.
One of the toilets is full. Should we disable that? Oh no, two of them are full.
They're nearly full. They're not totally full. Okay.
Tammy, by the way, says ew.
Okay. That's working. So me and Mia will keep on working through the night. Liquid bridge. Alright. So deconstruct that on a 9.
As much as I hate to admit it, it's a clever thing to say, but also says there's a shitwave incoming.
Oh no, too late. Somebody's not been able to wait long enough.
Let's not find out who it was.
No, because we can't really blame whoever it was, can we?
I never found the symbols for oxygen not included pipe directional system very intuitive.
If you just remember that, like, the green is the go, the green is the out. But
I guess I should, but I always had problems and I tended to plug things in the wrong way around.
put that on a high priority as well. Oh, great. So, yep, somebody...
What does the germ view look like? Did anybody not...
Well, someone's peed all over the floor. That isn't usually a good thing. Oh, we seem to have done okay.
There's some spores in the air, though.
Oh, it's okay. It's just the food poisoning spores in the air aren't a problem.
Oh, hey, look! Veloci's using the new thing.
Fantastic. Let's check. Yes. Okay, so the toilets are now in order. That means that, first of all, we'll go back to the schedule and we'll put menu on the 2 hours later. You see, Mia?
Again, Tammy says ew.
Because we'll be, like, starving, hungry, deadly tired. We'll probably go to bed now and sleep in way past the time we're supposed to.
But also says kittens are cute. A bit of an unrelated thing, but alright. We still are suffering from a food shortage.
Yeah.
Potato points out that you, gloriously the Sal, owe us duplicants, a uniform and a shower.
Yeah, shower will be incoming. Now we've got this set up, actually, it'd be easy enough to add a shower onto the system. Okay, right, I'll just let everybody run round and catch up with all the stuff. But I'll let Spotted Cow finish doing that before we disable it.
Yeah, the spotted cow was just saying, please shut down the old toilets.
Okay, right now. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a pinch of pepper seed. Okay. Time to head into here.
Ah, the gas is already entering the base.
Yeah, yeah.
And up it goes.
I don't mind a little bit. But because it's so low pressure inside here and so high pressure outside there, the little bit that's in this area will get in, but it will be a tiniest bit. And eventually we'll get a whole air conditioning sort of gas system going on.
Anyway, disregarding the problem we currently have with soaked uniforms, as pointed out by Potato, the spotted cow's getting excited for a new brain.
Yeah, new brain's coming. We'll need to get that out of the way. And then we're gonna have to get something that can weigh this plate.
What about a duplicant? They should be heavy enough, right?
Yeah, but they won't stay still.
Where are you running off to without oxygen?
Cell. Head back in this way.
Good thing you just opened the door for him.
Right. So the best way to do this...
Potato's wondering if sticking some oxygen generators in the new room with all the tech to push the hydrogen out would be a good idea.
Yeah, push the hydrogen up, but we're probably not gonna spend much time in here. I'm not sure it's worth it. Because there's oxygen just right here. Don't have to go far.
But also swears Tammy's ew, or some spelling variation thereof, is like 99% of Tammy's contribution to these chats.
I think that's because these chats generally deserve it.
To elaborate further on that point, Tammy says that's because most of you icky boys say gross things.
And pee on the floor.
Couldn't we just mine the block above?
We could.
And then it would drop down.
We'd lose this plant. And what I'm thinking is that if I send somebody across to build a thing, and then just as they stand on that block, I'll tell them to go do something else, and they'll drop the lump of rock that they're carrying.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you see,
I guess you cheated the system.
that's the
Schedule
idea.
clock says work.
Oh, and it looks like it's Cell who's going in with the lump of rock. I'm going to slow this down so that we get it right.
There Cell comes.
There we go. Right, now Cell, move to here. Aha! Okay, right now, Spotted Cow. Where are you?
Oh, say hello to another NPC
Oh, hello, another NPC.
who already missed half. It's actually more than half already. We're
Yeah.
like 18 minutes away from the end.
Actually, I can just switch it on like that. Okay, right. Spotted Cow.
Oh, we can see what skill it was going to give? Decor plus 5. No. Wait, that's not a skill.
That's just what the... Oh, do you know what? We don't actually need that there. Cancel. Is that Spotted Cow? Yep.
You should zoom in a little bit more.
Okay, Spotted Cow.
Here comes your
strapped in.
brain! I feel like you should look a little bit more concerned than this.
Okay, it's complete.
Are you sure? He's still strapped in?
Yeah. Neural vacillation complete. He's grimy, he's got soggy feet, and he's holding his breath, and he's being neural vacillated.
Well, the Spotted Cow volunteered and
Indeed.
is now hungry for brains.
Oh, right. So we complete the process.
Phew, Spotted Cow's brain is still vibrating, but they've never felt better. Spotted Cow acquired the Sunny Disposition trait. Sunny Disposition. This duplicate has an unwaveringly positive outlook on life. Stress change, minus 20%. Per cycle.
Hey, look at that. Spotted Cow has just got a permanent smile now.
Well, the Sunny Disposition does sound like a Spotted Cow kind of trait.
Mm-hmm. Right, well,
So congratulations, your new brain made you perpetually happy. I hope you're happy with that, Spotted Cow. Anyway, another NPC points out that with Potatoes, Cows, a Scarlet, and Bernie being in chat, it sounds like the start of a road trip movie.
Yeah, we'd make a great road trip movie.
Yeah, hold. Keep the phone back. Going from what another NPC said, we're not really in that road trip movie, at least not as the drivers. At best, we would be a Salmietster, which would be a very weird kind of car. Can we get that weird door? I would like to have it.
That one?
Yes.
No, we can't, unfortunately. What I've never tried, though, is can we rewire the battery? Oh, no, the brain's gone.
Well, it's still there. It's just very small.
Yeah. All the goodness has been sucked out of the brain.
No, it's been replaced with the spotted cow's brain.
Yeah, I just I've often wondered whether if I was to put some more power in that battery, would it actually do anything? And I'm not sure. There's a lot of iron ore in there that nobody's collecting. Raw metal. Oh, refined metal as well. You should be collecting all of that. Oh, that's because I set it. And then we had a crash earlier.
A Blood Elf is happy that he didn't get into that seat. It sounds like he dodged a bullet. He didn't want to be a permanently happy retard. Well, the spotted cow's not a retard.
Actually.
I imagine it's quite intelligent for a cow. Anyway, Potato realizes a machine that cures depression. Sign him the fiddly sticks up now. Potato's now depressed that he can't have joy as well. I would recommend We Happy Few for that, but unfortunately the game is currently in a state that makes it unrecommendable. Shocking how they thought they could release it like this. Bill also is only planning on joining that road trip if the cow is properly secured in its trailer. Road safety is important. And unfortunately, the spotted cow already called shotgun on the road trip, so it can stick its head out the window. While Tammy's driving, I'm not sure if that's the position of the spotted cow, if that's the best position of the spotted cow sitting next to you.
Okay. So as you can see, we've got a lot of germs in the air that are coming off the algae terrariums.
Yeah.
But
gross.
these germs, the food poisoning germs in the air, are not a problem. Oh, hang on a second. But Potato has been to the toilet
is a problem, on the other hand.
and not washed his hands. Potato, go to the other side of the sink. Very good.
Another NPC is wondering if you could even fit a full-sized cow in the cab of anything except an American pickup. Well, there you go. Tammy's driving, so obviously it will be a large American pickup, I assume. They make them that large in Texas, I am told. Tammy gets car sick if she rides in the back seat, so sitting in the front with the cows, the better option regardless. Potato's calling dibs on the aux cable. He'll play all his gothic weep hipster music the whole trip. Yeah, that already sounds like a nightmare. Congratulations. If Sal and I are the car, as in a Salmiester, derived from a smart roadster, that probably doesn't work very well. I would probably steer off into oncoming traffic and die. With that sort of music selection coming out of my ears.
I would rather we were on a road trip in... Oh, imagine if we had like a Scooby-Doo van.
We could probably secure the car on the back, yes.
That would be really good. Like, if it, well, when I say
if you're saying Scooby-Doo van, are we also going to unmask weird elderly people trying to scare kids?
Of course we are.
Oh no. Who's who?
Are
you more of a Velma or are you more of...
I'm more of a Scooby-Doo.
You're the dog? I thought that's what we have the cow for. We can't make the cow Fred. I can't be Fred either. Okay, if you're the dog, then that means the spotted cow is Shaggy. Potato is Fred. I'm Velma. I'm not sure if I'm happy with this.
Why is nobody mopping this mess? Come on, people. You've got a job to do up there.
Well, Potato's got that job. Bill also gets car sick when he's not the one driving. Spotted Cow says Russians get horses in the car, so why not a cow? Because we're not Russians and we can't just squeeze that well. Tammy's pickup isn't as big as most pickups, but a spotted cow can sit in the passenger seat. Bill also points out that Russians don't actually stuff horses in their larders, only goats. And Bill also would also like to know what exactly Tammy's driving. A 2011 Dodge Dakota, whatever that is. Anyway, Potato is now already opening the drawing program to draw us as a mystery crew. Another NPC always gets asked if his truck is broken because it keeps playing on country music. And also, it's a Ford 350 for the win. I only drive Fiestas in my life. I love them.
He does.
And it's literally the only car I ever had, as in Fiestas, multiple of them. Anyway, Tammy wants to be Velma, because she can't see without her glasses.
Yep, Tammy can be Thelma.
Oh no, that means I'm Daphne.
Oh, Mia, you are so Daphne.
That's how you pronounce.
Yeah.
Oh.
The way you flick your hair.
I mean,
It's
yes,
just so Daphne-esque.
That's about the extent of what I can be. Potato wants Sal to be Velma. It's too late. She already decided to be the dog.
Scooby-Doo.
Of course, she gets to have the titular role of the thing.
It's not that. It's that I make a really good Scooby-Doo when I'm doing fancy
show
dress.
us. Oh, fancy dress. I thought you were able to imitate his weird dog howling.
No, but I do a really good Scooby-Doo fancy dress.
Oh, fine.
No,
Spotted Cow says this is getting worse and worse.
Do I turn this into a bedroom or a
Also,
shower
Potato
room?
wants to be Shaggy.
Potato would make a good Shaggy.
It's too late.
Well,
Potato's already Fred. Then again, I guess we could turn it around, turn Potato into Shaggy and make the Spotted Cow Fred?
Yeah.
Is the Spotted Cow a Fred?
Spotted Cow could be Fred. Who's used that bathroom?
Another NPC would like to be accidentally the villain.
Yeah. That can be arranged. You can be the accidental villain.
Blood Elf Craggy would like to just imagine trying to explain that to our insurance. Trying to explain to our insurance that our car crashed into a cow riding... Hold on. Let me make sense of this. How do we explain to our insurance company when we crashed our car while going down the wrong way on the freeway with a cow riding shotgun, a bear driving, and a potato playing gothic music in the background, while Tammy is probably seasick in the background?
Spotted Cow says, no, he's not Fred.
Oh,
Scrappy Doo. Yeah, would you be the Scrappy Doo?
You mean the miniature dog? No!
I don't
like the miniature dog.
Oh, Spotted. Yeah, but if the Spotted Cow was Scrappy Doo, we might like Scrappy Doo then.
Bill also would like to petition to turn this road trip into a convoy road trip. That way there won't be complaints about not enough spaces. Well, it wouldn't be a very good mystery machine if everyone had their own car.
And IFRQ says, hi, hello.
Hello. Oh no, the Spotted Cow says that I'm the monster that they're hunting.
Ah, could be a thing. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I thought another NPC was already the accidental villain. Or am I more of a real monster, while another NPC is just the old man in a mask? There was always a real monster in Scooby-Doo, wasn't there? That only the dog and Shaggy saw, right? Well, almost always, I assume. Oh no, Blood Elf Craggy points out that as an elf, Scrappy is just the right size for him.
That's perfect.
It's really concerning.
Just want to have a look at the rooms. What do we need for a shower room? Because that's a new room. So it's not a washroom. It's not the latrine. Thought there was a shower room.
Maybe it just falls in the washroom too.
Maybe.
Washroom 2, Electric Boogaloo. But also is not subscribing to the idea that we are the Scooby-Doo crew, so he's also not subscribing to the idea that we also have to use one car. Well, if you're going to have more than one car already, you might as well just invite the whole rest and have Boris and Minty and Anubis and all the other fellas in the other car. Can Spidey drive a spider-shaped... No, I just realized how bad of an idea that is. Spidey should not drive a spider-shaped car while I'm in a car in front of him. This would be very concerning for me.
Yeah. There we go. And now we'll have showers.
Hugh, as I'm going to call him now, is suggesting that Fortnite is not a very enjoyable game, to paraphrase them here. I wouldn't know, I haven't tried Fortnite, but I'm of the opinion that I wouldn't enjoy its, similarly designed brethren like PlayerUnknown's Battleground, H1Z1, and all the other ones that came beforehand. So in my personal opinion, I agree. I don't like it, but you're asking the wrong person here. I don't like the genre as a whole. The Real Spotted Cow would like to join Tammy on this road trip. Alright, who is going to sit in Belorso's car?
Can't we all just go on one big bus?
Well, it's too late. Belorso has decided we're going to split up.
Oh, but
See what we're doing, Belorso? You're ruining Sal's weird road trip dreams, which is like an all-pylon on the road.
Yeah. Well, no, an all-pylon on the road sounds like
you're blocking
a lot
the
of
roads.
us are gonna die.
Well, okay, a mobile all-pylon.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to squeeze everyone into this tiny caravan car thing, it is going to be basically an all-pylon.
Yeah, why not get an RV? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like an RV, but more like a bus than an RV. Not in terms of its seating, but its size.
Why don't we just get a proper bus?
Because you do out the inside of... If you had something that was like a bus, like a double-decker bus, but with tables
I claim the top bunk of the entire double-decker bus already. Nobody gets to go upstairs. I'll have just one seat and one drink dispenser in there, and that's going to be my room. You can just mingle it out downstairs.
You know, you can put toilets in the back.
No, I'm not going to have toilets up there.
I think that'd be
great.
Just
one seat. Shouldn't you put the bathroom and toiletry facilities in the bottom floor of the bus?
Yeah, bottom maybe at the back or something.
Yeah, you can have the toilets and everything. I'll just have my upper floor with only one seat.
Oh yeah, of course, because we've got an upper seat. So if we wanted to
Don't you dare come upstairs.
Hey, this is my bus.
Well, I already called dibs on the upstairs top bunk.
No, because the upstairs front of the double-decker bus is where we've got the party going on. That's where we've got the disco. So you've got like a glitter ball in the middle, you got some decks up there and stuff. And
do we have to turn this into a party bus?
Of course we do. Hey, if I'm on a bus and everybody's with me, then it's going to be a party bus.
Well, I tend to disagree, so here have this. Ooh, it wasn't supposed to come up that quickly. If you've enjoyed watching this so far and would like to see us do more, specifically me doing something, I will be streaming Ghost of a Tale next Wednesday at 8 PM GMT +1. Alternatively, if you'd like to see Sal stream or Oxygen Not Included, she will be carrying on next Thursday at 8 PM GMT +1, which will be about 2 hours ago from now if you're watching this live right now, in about a week. With more Oxygen Not Included, but I already mentioned that. Alternatively, if neither of us are your particular cup of tea, we also have Potato, who will be streaming The Wolf Among Us on Saturday at 8 PM GMT +1. It's an abrupt ending, but you just had to ruin my fantasy about a double-decker bus with only one seat up there and a drink dispenser, similar to your recreational room. I know you can't see the game in the background anymore, but it's because we're slowly going to fade out. Slowly going to fade out. Come on, video, don't let me down. You're supposed to be fading out. Okay, that wasn't very fadey, but we faded out. It's cool now. We can end the stream.
Because, May, you've not been cooking and we've got no food.
Yes, we're going to starve in the background. Any last words? I'm not sure how long this black screen is going to last.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all next week. Be in chat on Saturday. Bye for now.
Cheerio.